जय हिंद and good evening.
स्वागत है आप सबका हमारे ओरिएंटेशन फॉर लेवल 2 एंड कॉम्बिनेशन 2 के सारे स्टूडेंट्स के लिए।
So, before we move on to the orientation session, I would like to welcome you all aboard. Thank you, first of all, for choosing us, and we welcome you warmly for this session. Now, speaking English is not that difficult. Most of you who are here already know how to converse in basic English. So, our task here is to take you a level higher, to give you such vocabulary which will help you a great deal in navigating through real life situations with complete ease and comfort like a native speaker. So, moving on to the session today.
Yes. Now let's have a check on how our LMS flow would work, right? Now many of you would have a doubt. So we have selected the combination 2. So I'm in the intermediate with the combination 2. How will it actually function? How is it actually planned, right? So I'm here for that, right? So as even for combination 2, intermediate is going to be the first part, right? So combination 2 and the normal intermediate students will start at one flow, right? They would be starting off today itself. Now, for the combination 2 students, once you have finished your intermediate section, with a 1 or 2 day gap, you would be starting your advanced level as well. Okay, so it's all to make sure that all of you are at par, and for combination 2, you guys will start after the intermediate course finishes. Okay, now let's discuss a little bit about the course detail and how it's planned for you guys. Okay,
So, moving on to the course details. Now, this course has been designed keeping in mind the needs of both the levels. But first of all, we'll open up the level 2 for you all, because after you finish level 2, then only you will move on to the third level or the higher level. So, moving on to the first 4 weeks, पहले 4 हफ्तों में हम क्या करने वाले हैं, पहले 4 हफ्तों में आइए, we'll quickly have a look at it. सबसे पहले, like today, we'll have the introduction session, and also we'll work on basic ideas of tone in speech, what is the importance, and pronunciation and advanced vocabulary. All right, what is the correct way? क्या हमारी pronunciation, कोई भी एक particular word को pronounce करने के क्या सही उच्चारण है, what is the right way? This is all what we are going to be starting with in the first 4 weeks for you, because ये जो पहले 4 weeks हैं, it is like building the foundation for you. So from the beginners level, the ones who moved on to the intermediate level, they'll understand now they are somewhere where they need more push to come forward and speak. So basically, we start with week 1 and 4 with slight ease, but definitely catering to important key aspects of the course. Then next, what we'll be focusing on would be your tenses. The important aspect of grammar is your tenses. सही tense का use कहाँ पर करना है, किस तरह से करना है, that is what we will be handling here in the next key area to work on with. Then, what are the conditional sentences? यूज क्या है, कहाँ हमारी प्रैक्टिकल कॉन्वर्सेशंस में ये यूज होते हैं और इन्हें व्हाई डू वी हैव टू लर्न देम, व्हाई इट्स इंपॉर्टेंट टू एक्वायर complete information and knowledge about these. This is what we are going to be handling step by step for you. Then when we are traveling or in real life situations, there are a lot of real world scenarios where you need to converse, and for that only you are here, so that you can handle those situations better. So you need a expanded vocabulary for that. So we'll help you a great deal with our vocabulary words, which will be provided to you end of every session, to expand the vocabulary, to make it enriched with better words, with better synonyms, which can fit into all the real world scenarios, whether it is travel, it is job, it is talking one-to-one with someone. Then, how to begin the conversation? Most of you who are here definitely have a little bit of knowledge of having a conversation in English, but many of you are still very hesitant to talk. एक hesitation रहती है कि हम बातचीत कैसे करें. So what are the icebreaker greetings or icebreaker phrases which you can use to initiate a conversation? इन सब के बारे में we will definitely introduce you to, and हम ये सब पक्का करेंगे with a lot of activities like role play, which will give you a practical and hands-on learning experience about handling various real life scenarios in the class and otherwise in the real world as well. Moving on.
as just ma'am mentioned that, we would be doing a little bit of role plays, so पहले पता चल रहा है, how exciting this is going to be, right? We would be interacting with each other, your batchmates, your postmates, you would be having role plays with us as well, and we'll keep it so interactive and so, interesting that you would definitely love it. So do not miss to attend any of our live classes. All right. Now let's speak about week 5 to 8. Okay. Now, as you speak that, अभी आप लोग में जो होंगे, you guys know how the pronunciation works, how the sentence flow works, right? But when you're speaking about your tone, right? Your tone matters a lot, right? If you're exciting, if you're sad, if you're in anger, right? Your tone matters a lot, right? So how that tone will be working for you, we'll be discussing that, right? How to put across polite requests, instead of just requesting someone, how to put it a little more politely in a little more professional manner, okay? And if someone is asking you something, if someone is requesting you something, or if someone is telling you something, right? How do you respond appropriately, right? We will be teaching you that as well. Now, for example, if you're telling someone a story, or if you have to come across easily in storytelling, right? How would you actually have those storytelling? We'll be discussing about the techniques over there as well. How will you use the transition words and also describe the past events? This is also one of the key features or key things that we'll be covering in your week 5 to 8. All right. Now, apart from this, we'll explore a little bit tradition, hobbies, and opinions on the social topics. We'll have brief discussions here and there. Right? We'll be sharing some. You guys will be sharing some. We'll be having a very interactive session there as well. Now, if you have to structure arguments, how that is going to be. If you are practicing debates, how that's going to be structured for you. Engaging in the live debates, how that's going to be happening for you. So these are the things that we have planned in for you. Now, as we discussed that storytelling also, more found towards the end of the 8th week, we'll also be discussing proper in discussion with, in the open and live platform, we'll be discussing storytelling and group discussions to enhance your interactive learning. All right. Now, moving forward, we have week 9 to 12.
So after those interactive sessions in which you are sharing what you've learned and you're also absorbing what your peers have got from us in the sessions, we move on to the next few weeks. Now, these are the concluding weeks for the entire course, what we are catering to. So, these 3 weeks are going to be of paramount importance. We will be working a great deal to see that you use idioms and better phrases in your sentence structures. Then how you come across in a professional environment and how you phrase, how you form the arguments or statements or how you put forward a point. So all this will be enhanced through various live sessions in which a lot of mock play, role play, drill and such interesting activities would be offered. And we encourage you to take active part in these last few weeks as well, so that what you are learning in the course is maximum. It's maximized advantage for you when you are dealing in the real life scenario in a live session with all these important things catered to. Then also, it's very important that when you are going anywhere and each one of us are doing it on daily basis, like we have to introduce ourselves, right? What is the correct way? What's a more polished or a refined way of doing the same thing? You can come across someone who is a basic speaker. He will just use a few plain simple words to do any of this. But like an intermediate level speaker moving to a third level of spoken English, we would expect you, and also we would teach you and then expect you that you can introduce yourself in a better and more richer fashion. And then there are a lot of things like, in a workplace scenario, if you are talking, you are interacting, you are handling certain important tasks, how do you build a conversation around that? So all these important aspects, all these key areas will be dealt with at length in the weeks which last from 9th to the 12th week of the course. Moving on, we also lay a lot of emphasis on making your arguments absolutely effective. They must sound precise. They must not be, vague. They must create an impact when you put it across on the table. So what is the right way of doing it without making the other party feel offended? So these are a few key pointers which we'll emphasize on, and we'll work together so that it's a win-win for you after you go and attend any real life scenario in which you have to deal with any such thing. Then organize your thoughts and build confidence and deliver effective presentations. Now we understand, a lot of us, whether we are students or we are working professionals, every now and then you have to go present yourself and sometimes even make presentations, right? How you must, work on yourself, and how you present yourself can either break your impression on the other person or can take you and your progress to the next level. So what is the effective way? How do you, have that confidence where without a hitch, in a very refined manner, you can put across your thoughts and it can be recognized by the listener. They agree to what the point you are wanting to put across to them. Then of course, it is very, very imperative. Like when we were kids, we would always revise before the exam. So before we finish off the lectures for you or the session ends, the 12th week ends, before ending, we will review everything what we have tried to deliver to you during this journey of ours with you. So there will be a lot of drills, and then we will gauge you where you stand. Are you ready and up for the next level of spoken English or not? If you are not, then we will give you some guided methodologies to work on so that you can definitely reach a higher level.
Right. Now, after listening to all this, you students or you people would have some or the frequently asked question that usually come across to us here, right? Now let's have a check on them. Now, what is the format of these courses, right? Many of the students will have, so are these going to be completely online? Are these going to be have online and offline? Are these going to be completely pre-recorded, or it has live sessions as well? So let me answer those questions to you. You will have, this is going to be a mix of live as well as your pre-recorded sessions, right? We have planned it in a such a way, if you would have seen ma'am's video, we have 2 sessions of live each week, right? One at the start of the week, one towards the end of it, right? And you'll have 3 recorded sessions in between, right? And now moving forward to the next question, we have how long is each session, right? Now, speaking about the session, now we all know you guys are working professionals, you have responsibilities to take care of. Now, that's the reason we have just made it to a roughly of a 30 to 45 minutes of a video so that you do not have much time to, give here, and you can actually focus on more on improvising and as well as practicing it to make it more better. Okay. Now, the third question is, can I access these lessons on any device, right? Now, since it's an online platform and we have made it available to us all the activities, be it your phone, tablet, laptop, anything, right? Or even if it's a desktop, right? All these would work without any issues and you wouldn't have any issues regarding this. Okay, moving forward to the next set of questions.
Now, some of you had asked that how long can you access the content which will be given to you during the sessions, right? So, the course duration is for the level 2 course I'm talking about specifically is 12 weeks. So, till the time the course lasts, the entire duration of the course, you can go back, log in and go on seeing and revisiting the same lectures which were delivered by us during the sessions. But once the course ends or your duration is over, you will be denied to access them in future. So, make the most of it while the sun shines. Then, now we move on to the next one, which is, are there going to be any live sessions? I think Sir Shivam have already answered that. The course is beautifully designed with an amalgamation of live as well as pre-recorded sessions. Yes, there will be 2 lives in a week. Hafte mein 2 lives honge in the beginning and end of the session, where we will deal with lot of activities, and also there will be a major emphasis put on your doubt clearing so that we grow together and we learn together. Now we move on to the next question, जो generally पूछा जाता है कि ये कोर्स किसके लिए है. Beginning में ही मैंने बताया था, if you are at an intermediate level, यानी आप वो हैं जिन्हें you know English per se as a language, but you lack the confidence to speak, then this course is specially designed for you, because in this course we will work on your capacity, enhancing your capacity of coming across as a better public speaker, where you can take the language English and you can go on expressing yourself effectively, precisely, and with complete clarity. Moving on.
Now let's speak about the next set of questions we have. What will I learn in this course? as ma'am has also just told you, we would be learning how to speak with confidence, how we would be learning how to present yourself even in a professional environment, be it to your friends or be it to your colleagues, be it to your manager. How would you actually speak with confidence? How would you actually give across, if you have any negative points that you actually have to share, or if you're not fine with anything, how do you put across the table with, sounding not that rude, right? Those are the things that we'll be actually keeping in mind. Okay. Now, how can I practice speaking? Okay. As I've also mentioned, see, it's our job to, give you the lectures. It's our job to, see that, you're actually making progress, right? But practicing something is something that you have to take care of. Now, by meaning practice, I say that once you have your presentations in front of you, it's your responsibility to, once you finish the live sessions, you have to practice them. If you have learned something new today, if you have learned new way of practicing, be it your tone, be it your how to sound in anger, how do you sound in sad, how to reduce your tone, how to increase your tone, those are the things that you will have to practice by yourself, so that these things can make a change in your life, right? Now, same thing, this answers also your question 9 as well, that how do I improve my tone and my pronunciation? Practice, practice, practice. There's no other go for it. Okay. We will be telling you what to practice, but I understand you guys would be busy, you students would be busy, you will have your work schedule probably 9 hours or 10 hours a day, right? 45 minutes would be this lecture, right? After that, make sure that you're at least spending 1 more hour for this, so that you are practicing for this. Okay. Practice on yourself, have a conversation with someone. I'm not telling you have to sit at home and practice by yourself. Even if you're speaking across a table with someone else, be it your friend, be it your family, you're practicing then and there itself. Okay. Now, moving forward to the next set of questions.
Now, the next question, which was asked rapidly by most of the students who were sending across queries for the course, was that is there any support which I'll get if I have any questions? That means, will there be any doubt clearing sessions? As I've already answered that when I was talking about the live sessions, these sessions are specially tailored. इन्हें इसीलिए ग्रुप में रखा गया है, इस प्रोग्राम के अंदर स्ट्रक्चर किया गया है, ताकि we can cater to all the doubts. आप pre-recorded जो sessions हैं, you will be finding them on LMS systems and then you can go and study at your own pace. जब आपने वो lectures समझ लिए और उसके बाद भी कुछ ऐसे key points रह जाते हैं जो आपको लगता है बहुत clarity से आप तक नहीं पहुंचे, you can write to me or Sir Shivam about it. We will definitely reach out to you. Then another way is कि आप live sessions में जुड़िए और वहीं पर अपने doubts को iron out कीजिए. So definitely आप questions पूछिए, बहुत questions पूछिए. We'll be more than happy to answer each one of you and each one of the query which you have. Moving on to the 11th question, which is that how will I improve my vocabulary for advanced topic? So वन स्टेप एट अ टाइम. अभी हम हैं इंटरमीडिएट लेवल पर और यहाँ पर अगर हम एडवांस वोकैबुलरी की बात करें तो सब कुछ एक साथ आप नहीं पाएंगे, लेकिन वी विल नॉट डिवॉइड यू फ्रॉम गेटिंग एन एक्सेस टू बेटर वोकैबुलरी. इस लेवल पर हम आपको डेफिनेटली एक ऐसी वोकैबुलरी से इंट्रोड्यूस कराएंगे ऑन डेली बेसिस ऑफ आवर रिकॉर्डेड सेशंस, जिससे आप अगर उसको अपने वर्ड या वोकैबुलरी बैंक का हिस्सा बनाते हैं, सो डेफिनेटली यू विल हैव एन ace over others. You will have an edge over others in terms of better vocabulary. Then I move on to the last question, which I think is on our list, which most of the candidates had asked was, will I get a feedback on my speaking? I am sure ये एक spoken English course है और यहाँ पर interaction के लिए जो प्लेटफॉर्म ओपन है उसी के थ्रू हम आपको फीडबैक देंगे. जब भी कोई रोल प्ले एक्टिविटी होगी या रियल लाइफ सिनेरियो सिचुएशंस या ड्रिल्स होंगी, उसका मेन पर्पस ही यही है, सो दैट वी कैन गेज इन रियल लाइफ कि आप कहाँ पर स्टैंड कर रहे हैं, फ्रॉम वेयर यू हैव ज्वाइन टू द एंड ऑफ द कोर्स वेयर यू आर. ये एक साथ एक्सेस हम नहीं करेंगे, ये वीक वाइज हर लाइव सेशन में डिफरेंट एक्टिविटीज़ के थ्रू वी विल असेस कि आपकी प्रोग्रेस क्या है. और हमसे जुड़ के आई कैन फॉर श्योर विद गारंटी आई कैन से दैट कि आप अपने आप में ही विद इन अ मैटर ऑफ फ्यू वीक्स, आई थिंक इनिशियल 4 वीक्स के बाद ही यू विल सी अ चेंज. पीपल हु आर इंटरैक्टिंग with you only would tell you that there is a change in your spoken English skill. You are speaking across like a confident native English speaker. So ये changes आप अपने आप में खुद देखेंगे. आपके close associates भी आपको इसके बारे में ज़रूर apprise करेंगे और हम तो हैं ही आपके mentors to guide you and to give you correct feedback at every step of the way.
Definitely, ma'am. Now, since we have moved across towards the end of the presentation, me and ma'am are really eager to have conversations with you and, but we're just waiting to have this conversation. Let's just video and we are just sitting here to have this conversation with you, all right? But firstly, I would like to thank you for joining us. You have taken a step towards your own success, and we really appreciate that.
Yes.
Right. Now, and lastly, I would just want to tell you that just engage in practice. Okay. Whatever we do, whatever we listen, whatever we host for you guys, right? Make sure you guys are interacting. Make sure you guys are participating in those live events, right? Because we're doing this for you, your own betterment, right? You've purchased this course for a reason, right? You want to increase, you want to improve in your day-to-day vocabulary as well, right? You want to sound more professional. You want to see how you can actually improve, right? That will only happen if you take this seriously by yourself. Okay. We would be just delivering, but if you are not taking that interest, then I'm so sorry, even we wouldn't be able to help. Okay. Now, see you in the next class. All right. We are looking forward for your active participation. And now the ground is open for more questions. Thank you.
Thank you.